Is the moon hiding something? Could there be more to our celestial neighbour than meets the eye? For centuries, the moon has been a source of wonder and mystery. From ancient myths to modern science, it has captivated our imagination. But one question has intrigued both scientists and conspiracy theorists alike. Is the moon hollow? Let's dive into the hollow moon hypothesis. This theory suggests that the moon might not be a solid natural satellite, but rather a hollow, possibly artificial structure. It's a hypothesis that has sparked debates and fueled countless speculations. But where did this idea come from, and what evidence supports or refutes it? The hollow moon hypothesis took off in the 1970s after the Apollo 12 mission. During this mission, NASA conducted an experiment that would become the cornerstone of this controversial theory. NASA crashed a lunar module into the moon, and it rang like a bell for almost an hour. This unexpected result led some to speculate that the moon might be hollow. The ringing was so pronounced that it caught the attention of both scientists and the public. Conspiracy theorists were hooked. Was the moon hollow? They argued that such a prolonged ringing could only be explained if the moon had a hollow interior. This idea quickly gained traction among those who were already skeptical of mainstream scientific explanations. But hold on, ringing doesn't mean hollow. While the ringing was indeed unusual, it doesn't necessarily indicate that the moon is hollow. There are other factors that could explain this phenomenon. The moon's unique crust and mantle could cause that effect. The moon's outer layers are composed of different materials than those found on Earth, which could account for the ringing. The moon's crust is much thicker and more rigid, which could cause it to resonate in a way that we don't see on our planet. Its fragmented surface and lower water content could explain the ringing without needing a hollow theory. The moon's surface is covered in a layer of broken rock and dust, known as regolith, which could also contribute to the ringing effect. Additionally, the moon has very little water compared to Earth, which affects its seismic properties. Still, some believe the moon is an artificial structure. They point to various anomalies and unexplained phenomena as evidence that the moon might not be a natural satellite. For example, some argue that the moon's nearly circular orbit and unusual density are signs that it was placed in its current position by an advanced civilization. They point to its nearly circular orbit and unusual density. However, these arguments are not as solid as they might seem at first glance. But, fun fact, the moon's orbit is actually elliptical, not perfect. While the moon's orbit is indeed more circular than most other moons in the solar system, it is still elliptical. This means that its distance from Earth varies over time, which is not what we would expect if it were an artificial satellite. And its density? Different materials, not hollowness. The moon's density is lower than Earth's, but this can be explained by its composition. The moon is made up of different materials, including a higher proportion of lighter elements, which accounts for its lower density. Geological research and computer models show the moon likely has a solid iron core. Studies of the moon's gravitational field and seismic data suggest that it has a solid core similar to Earth. This core is surrounded by a mantle and crust, which are also solid. Seismic data from multiple Apollo missions support a solid structure. The data collected by the Apollo missions show that the moon has a layered structure with a solid core, mantle, and crust. This is consistent with what we know about other rocky bodies in the solar system. If it were hollow, it wouldn't have the gravitational mass we observe. The moon's gravitational field is consistent with a solid body. If the moon were hollow, its gravitational pull would be much weaker, and we would see significant differences in the way it interacts with Earth and other objects in space. So, what's the takeaway? While the hollow moon hypothesis is an intriguing idea, the evidence overwhelmingly supports the conclusion that the moon is a solid natural satellite. The hollow moon hypothesis is intriguing, but the evidence points to a solid moon. The ringing observed during the Apollo missions can be explained by the moon's unique geological properties, and there is no need to invoke a hollow interior to account for it. Yet the moon still holds many mysteries. Despite our extensive study of the moon, there are still many unanswered questions. For example, we still don't fully understand how the moon formed or why it has such a significant impact on Earth's tides and climate. Future missions might just uncover new surprises. As we continue to explore the moon and other celestial bodies, we are likely to make new discoveries that will change our understanding of the universe. Think the moon has secrets we haven't discovered? What do you think? Is there more to the moon than meets the eye? Could there be hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We would love to hear your theories and ideas. Join the conversation and let us know what you think about the hollow moon hypothesis and other lunar mysteries. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more cosmic curiosities. Stay tuned for more videos exploring the mysteries of the universe. From the depths of space to the surface of the moon, there's always something new to discover. Thanks for watching.